There's a lady that's getting married
So
to a
let's
dog
not
somewhere
talk
in
in
Europe.
abstract. Yeah,
Let's have a look at it. Let's have a look at it now.
Elizabeth, repeat after me.
Repeat after
I
me.
give you this ring
Oh, I give you this ring.
as a sign that you are the top dog in my life.
As a son, are you the top dog in my life or on my life?
Yes, correct, yeah.
Yeah.
With my body, I promise to take you for daily walkies.
Oh, with my body, I promise to take you for daily walkies.
And all that I have in my doggy treat cupboard, I give to you.
And all that I have in my doggy treat cupboard, I give to you.
And all those cuddles on the sofa, I share with you.
And all those cuddles on the sofa, I share with you.
Now, Logan is feeling a little bit rough this morning, so Kem, if you could place the ring with Elizabeth, and Elizabeth, could you place the bracelet onto Logan's paw, please?
I've already put the ring on you. I'll just give you.
Got to go on.
Where am I putting it on?
No, she'll put it
sorry,
on
you put it.
Logan.
Logan, sit. Good boy.
Ken, remind me not to ask you to be best
Sorry,
friends.
Shall I just put a hat on him as well?
Logan.
Oh.
Logan, do you agree to take Elizabeth to be your partner for life? I'll take that as a
He
yes.
doesn't look very happy, does he?
Well, I think you better pronounce them wife and dog because...
I'll take that as a yes. I pronounce you now as dog and woman. Amazing! So happy. Congratulations.
Well, Paul, let's go back to the...
No, you don't want us to comment on that?
No, I'm coming. I'm going to comment on that because Samson mentioned that Article 35, Clause 5, doesn't mention, allows for some of these...
Yeah, it expands.
Good.
It expands,
okay,
yeah.
let's see whether it fits into this definition. It said, shall not be regarded as excluding others, not specifically mentioned, which are considered to be inherent in a democracy and intended to secure the freedom and dignity of man. How does that provide the dignity of man? A dog.
But who is defining dignity?
Of course we know what dignity is. How do you dignify humanity if you're having sex through the anus and you're destroying the sphincter muscle? How can you tell me that that is dignifying humanity? Or a human being, a lady opens her vagina and the dog licks the place. How can that be dignifying? You see, we can lie as much as we can. We can pretend as much as we can. But I am telling you that I meet them on a daily basis. They're weeping, they're crying, they come for help, and we spend our money helping them. So what annoys me is to hear people say, we hate. Really? Do you know how much it costs to run the hormonal test? It is 700 Ghana cedis per person. And if you're going to do it over 6 months, that's over 4,000 per person, multiplied by the number of people that we've treated. So I don't want to hear the word hate. You get what I'm saying? So clearly, this does not, let's even assume that this provision allows for certain other human rights that are not mentioned here. But clearly, the LGBT, and I asked you about the plus. What does that? You didn't answer that because that would have responded to Samson. What does the plus mean? What does the plus mean? The plus means we don't know. You can add anything to it. So it's an amalgamation of deviant human behavior. What's
They
the
don't
meaning
like
of that?
you to say deviant.
Of course it is deviant.
If it's deviant, he seemed to have been born like that.
No, well, but it was not normal. When you say a deviant, it means deviation.
Yes.
That's all there. Yeah, it's a deviation. And clearly it's a medical condition for which there's help for. So the point I'm trying to make is, at the end of the day, how does that improve democracy? I've heard the argument about democracy. Really? That all these matters plus the plus, which is indeterminate. And I've been asking my lawyer friends, they should tell me, and I hope Samson can respond. He's a practitioner. He's been practicing for some time, and I can ask him, where in this world or in which court in Ghana would he have a court of law enforce rights that are not known? He should respond to that. I would love him to say.
And that are known the plus.
Exactly. Plus,
but if they're going to
plus?
court, they will not say.
But this LGBTQ plus, that's what they say. Because the Constitution is clear, you can't, laws are supposed to be known, they're supposed to be written. And the basic principle of natural justice is that people should know what they're going to be confronted with in any court of law. So how can you say that all this plus a plus, and look at the series of things that they put together, all degenerate human behavior. And in reality, what I keep on saying, that's what hurts me. A lot of the people, really what they need is help. And that's why we make a distinction between those who've gotten into this because of peer pressure, because of maybe prostitution, because of biological reasons, just as this young man probably went through, because of social-cultural things. a young girl, he gets raped by the father, becomes frigid, and we see them constantly. So he relates only to the female friends, and he gets into trouble in this matter. Those sorts of people are the ones that you want help for. And if you look at Section 20 of the law, we say specifically that even during arrest, during sentencing, during trial, during even incarceration, if the person recants or says, look, I think I need help, then the custodial...
You drop the prosecution?
The custodial sentence doesn't come on at all. And it's very interesting what...
Oh, you drop the prosecution when
not
an
the,
arrested
yeah, I
party-
mean, you drop, then the court will judge whether or not it is sincere. Once the court comes to that conclusion, then the prosecution stops and you'll be referred for treatment. Let me read...
Somebody sends a text. We don't like the way Moses has not responded to the wedding of the dog. Please show it again.
the wedding.
Let's show it again. Let's see that again. Let's see that again whilst he's looking for his document. Let's see that again.
Elizabeth, repeat after me.
Repeat after
I
me.
give you this ring
Oh, I give you this ring
as a sign that you are the top dog in my life.
as a sign that you're the top dog in my life or on my life?
Yes, correct, yeah.
Yeah.
With my body, I promise to take you for daily walkies.
Oh, with my body, I promise to take you for daily walkies.
And all that I have in my doggy treat cupboard, I give to you.
And all that I have in my doggy treat cupboard, I give to you.
And all those cuddles on the sofa, I share with you.
And all those cuddles on the sofa, I share with you.
Now, Logan is feeling a little bit rough this morning. So, Kem, if you could place the ring with Elizabeth. And Elizabeth, could you place the bracelet onto Logan's paw, please?
I've already put the ring on you. I'll just give you.
Got to go on.
Where am I putting it on?
No, she'll put
Oh,
it
sorry,
on
you put it.
Logan.
Logan, sit. Good boy.
Ken, remind me not to ask you to be best
Sorry,
man.
so I just put a hat on him as well.
Logan. Logan, do you agree to take Elizabeth to be your partner for life? I'll take that as a yes.
He doesn't look very happy, does he?
Well, I think you better pronounce them wife and dog because...
I'll take that as a yes. I pronounce you now as dog and woman. Amazing! So happy. Congratulations.
Lovely, lovely.
So much.
What can we
Woman
say?
and dog.
Thank you very much indeed.
This is very serious. And I think you have another one where a woman, pretends to be a trans creature. She's going there and she's got a chain. It was on the social media. This is not funny. This is how, the whole of Western European culture has descended into a moral morass. That's where they have ended. And question, do we want to copy all of these things? And it is bigger than that. Look, the transgender rules and regulations now in Scotland allows a child of 4 years to determine his gender without recourse to the parents. Is that fair? And in March of this year, in Canada, a father was jailed because he called the daughter daughter. How can we say
Father
that?
was jailed because he called the
Called
daughter.
the daughter because the daughter said, I don't want to be a daughter. He was jailed.
Oh, she wants to be a son.
Precisely, that's how ridiculous the whole thing is turning out to be. And look at, you see, people forget about it. I hope Sheshe was around when we had the issue of comprehensive sexuality education. That's how far the LGBT movement wants to dominate the educational system. And there's a history behind it because they realize that you and I, we love it, we are against it. But if they can educate our children, then the mindset will change. So the whole issue of comprehensive sexuality education was a structured way of capturing the minds of the whole world, not only of the Americans, but also, or Western Europe, but also those of us here. Now, if we had
But that
not
was
opposed
defeated.
it, exactly, but that was because we opposed it. But the government itself was caught flat-footed. I remember the president himself was a bit surprised. How did this manage to come in here? But that's the reality. They always hide these matters until we open the book and show that, look, these are the things you're going to teach. Masturbation to 4-year-olds. And you see, that's the difference between just amending the law and having the bill that we want to pass.
That's why I was honored to come
because there's a structure to it.